Good morning, and today it's Up Off the Floor Friday. And today we're going to be working on first showing you one way you can learn to come up off the floor. And then the next part, if you're comfortable coming all the way down on the floor and coming back up, we have what's called the Turkish Get Up. This exercise is a way to strengthen yourself to always be able to get off the floor and to break it down piece by piece, because when you do that, it is a great strengthening exercise system. It works nearly every muscle in your body. And so we thought, oh, what a great class to start introducing. So we're going to do that after we show how to come up off the floor. But before we do, I did not want to forget to tell you one thing, and that is, as we get older, it becomes less and less important to come all the way down onto the floor. You're not getting down with maybe children as much. You're not getting all the way down. Our body is with every single thing, use it or lose it. So if you can still get down onto the floor and then get back up, my challenge to you is to do that 2 to 3 times a week so you never lose the ability. If right now you're challenged to get all the way down and come back up, it's time to start working on it. You can bring that ability back, and if you want our help, we are always here. So to get started, we're going to get Sarah up off the floor when it's challenging for her. So this is if it's not easy for you to do. Are you ready, Sarah?
I'm ready.
Anything you want to add to my intro?
Nope, I think we're ready to go.
Okay, so if you find yourself on the floor, and I'm going to turn the chair around. Well, no, we'll do the chair first. What you're going to do is you're going to turn onto your side. And then you're going to push off. And from right here, you're going to try and come onto all fours. Now, if you have knee problems, which many of us do, that might seem like a not good alternative. But I can tell you that there's not many other alternatives. And you're not going to do any harm. It's just not going to feel great. But if you have any padding, you can add that under your knees, such as Sarah is going to do with the mat. But really, your biggest concern is going to be coming up off the floor. Then you're going to search for anything you can crawl to. Hopefully you have something close, like this chair. You're going to place both hands onto the chair. Then turn facing the chair. Bring one foot up, pushing off of the chair. And then I'm going to have you back it up real quick, Sarah. Come back down, and now I'm going to turn the chair around. Let's say there's nothing for you to grab on. A lot of times people don't realize that just simply touching a wall or any surface stabilizes your sensory organs that help you come up off the floor more. So in that case, you would come to the nearest wall, place one hand onto it, and then the other, and really push into it, and then bring one knee up, and then the other, and push into that wall, and then come up to standing.
And that is something that you don't think about the wall, but just having that push back from that gravity and pushing back on that wall, you can feel that force, and it really did help me, makes getting up so much easier than y'all would think.
If you've done a balance exercise and you're kind of wobbly and you put just one little finger on and you know how that steadies you,
Yes.
It's the same thing with using anything that you can touch. But you want to make sure it's secure enough where it won't fall over on you. So it's better to go to a wall more than like a bookshelf that might not be stable. We hope you're never in this situation, but if so, that's going to be your best bet. But then, if you can come onto the floor, please follow us, and we're going to do what's called the Turkish Get Up. It's a great exercise program. You can do it just for the exercise alone, and it'll keep you getting off the floor. So we're going to break it down into parts. We're going to do part 1 and part 2 today, and at the end, we're just going to show you the way it looks. And then in the next coming weeks, we're going to take you through the whole thing so that you get the whole strengthening part of it.
And one of the biggest things with the Turkish Get Up that I always think about is Jennifer talked about how it works the entire body, and it really is targeting all the small stabilizer muscles in your body, ones that we may not use all the time, but it is gonna feel weird at first, but that's why we're taking it step by step and we're gonna build on it. And this is just gonna help you get stronger and stronger and getting off the floor each time. So you'll notice that in Jennifer's hand, she does have a weight, so you can always use a water bottle or just start without a weight and then gradually add that in just to make it a little bit harder, because like we've said before, you've got to challenge yourself. You don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So this is our little challenge for the day. So I'm gonna have Jennifer bring the arm with the weight.
Hold on one second. I'm going to break it up.
Perfect.
Having anything in your hand really light gives you a focal point. So have something. It could be an empty water bottle, and I promise that's going to help. And also, before you get started, I'm going to do mistakes at times because I want her to correct me. Hopefully, it would be the same as her correcting you. So keep an ear out for some of the things that you can typically do wrong. I'm going to try, and if I don't do them, remind me, Sarah.
Perfect. Okay, so from right here, whatever you have, like she said, empty water bottle, remote, whatever you want to use, we're going to think about driving that arm straight up above you. And then what you're going to do is whatever arm that the weight is in, you're going to bring that same knee, just like Jennifer did. You're going to bend it in, your foot's going to stay flat here. And now from here, we're going to focus on the arm without the weight. So you'll notice here, her arm's going to come out at a slight angle, and it's going to lay down on the floor. So for this one, you want to make sure it's not too close to your body, not too far away. We want it just at that slight angle, because that's going to help us propel ourselves here in just a moment. So for this first movement, this first step, we're going to break it down to, we're going to use this weight, and like we've done with abs before in yoga, we're going to come up off the floor, just with our back a little bit, come up off the shoulders, and we're going to come on to your elbow to your hand. So I want you to come across, so go ahead and lift up the body, just right there, and then we're going to come back down. So this is going to be step one, but one thing yes, slow and controlled, and one thing I want you to watch carefully, and especially when you're doing it, go ahead and come up one more time. You really want to try to keep this weight as straight up as you can, and then slowly lower back down. Do you feel that core start to activate if you are trying this at home? So we're going to go ahead and do one more. Same thing. Keep that weight tall and relax. And another thing that people may feel in this is tension in the neck. You want to make sure, like we've said before in our other classes, to relax, take a few deep breaths, and don't feel like you're sticking your neck out every time that you go up. You want to keep it back, chin slightly tucked down. So we'll do one more. Make sure to keep the chin tucked, your neck's not out and about, because that's what's going to cause that strain or neck. So we're going to do one more, up back to that elbow. And for this one, the one thing, did you notice how she kind of rocked a little bit at the top? It's because the arm's a little too close. So remember, if you're, and it is hard with the mics, y'all. It is, if you are at home, we're gonna move that arm a little bit further out to the side. That way you have a wider base of support. So we're gonna go ahead and go back down. That's step one. We're gonna move it in to step two here. So step two, it kind of broken up into two parts, but we're gonna come back up. Step one, come onto the elbow. And now from here, we're gonna come onto the hand. But with the hand, when you come up onto the hand, you see the arm goes slightly back. So this is a little too far back. So we're gonna still bring it out to the side. We want that base of support still. And now from here, we're gonna work on those glute bridges like we have in some of our classes. So we're gonna use that hands as our support. Use your knee that's on the ground, or your knee that's bent, that foot that's on the ground, and we're gonna push up. So just straight up and back down. Let's go ahead and do that two more times. So come straight up, perfect, and down. Last one. Perfect. And I like how she kept her arms straight that entire time, because like she said, that's the focal point. This is what you want to make sure to keep nice and straight. So now we're going to come all the way back down. So back down to the elbow first. And then, so you see she went all the way down, but with this exercise, that is cheating. So we're going to do it again, and we're going to add that downward part. So we're going to come up to the elbow in the hand. We're going to bring that arm just slightly back behind us a little. Yep, perfect. We're going to do that bridge up. We're going to come down, back to the elbow first. That's slow and controlled. And then we're going to lie back down. And really remember, keep your core activated. Don't let yourself slouch at the end, because we are working on those tiny muscles. Let's do that two more times. So up to the elbow in the hand. We're going to bring that hand slightly behind us, out to the side, and push up. Back to the bridge, down, back to the elbow in the hand, and then slowly release down. Last one, elbow in hand. To the hand, bring it slightly behind. We're gonna push up, get that good glute bridge here. Come down slowly, elbow in hand, and slowly lay back down. So those are the first steps we want you to work on. So that's like step 1, step 2A, and 2B right there. So now we're just gonna show you the whole sequence, and we'll break this down a little bit later. But that way, if you are up for the challenge now, you can just see what the whole Turkish get-up is gonna look like from the floor up. So we're gonna go back through it, and I'm gonna walk Jennifer through this. So what we're gonna do, back to that hand and the elbow. We're gonna move to the hand comes back. We're gonna get that strong glute bridge in the leg that's straight. She's gonna tuck it behind. Now we're at that perfect position. You're gonna use your hand to push up. You're in the great position, just how we were earlier, getting that foot in front and standing up tall. Now we're gonna take it very slow and controlled down. We're gonna bring that left knee back down. Small lunge here, fold it back, perfect. Bring the hand back to the ground where you feel comfortable. Go back straight with that left leg. With the left leg, perfect. And then from there, we'd go even slower. So you can see at the end, once you've done that big movement, it really is easy just to wanna plop back down on the floor. But in order to work those little muscles, we're gonna do it one more time, but we're gonna do each step nice and slow. That way you're getting the full benefit of the Turkish get-up. It does get repetitive, but each little motion has its purpose. So back up. Elbow in hand, we're gonna tuck that hand behind that slight angle, and then from here we're gonna push up. We're gonna tuck the straight leg, perfect. Now we're gonna use the hand to push up. We're in a great position to stand. Use that leg. That's why the strength is so important in our other classes. Now we're gonna go ahead and bring that left knee back down. Perfect. Bring the hand back, and now we're gonna untuck that left leg. We're gonna bring it straight. And now this is the part we go slow back down. So we're gonna come to the elbow in the hand. And then from here, you're gonna slowly move down. All right, and that is how you do a Turkish get-up. We really hope that y'all work on the first steps, and then we will progressively go a little bit more detail into the later parts of it as well. And did you have anything else you wanted to add after doing it so many times?
I don't have my mic on.
Oh, Jennifer lost her mic in the process, but this is the Turkish get-up. It's great to practice getting up from a fall, and it's gonna make you stronger in each aspect of it. So that is all that we have for today. We will have other Get Up Off the Floor Fridays that we're gonna add on little tips and tricks to. But this, if you're watching the video, you can always start with the chair or the wall. Practice that first. If you are comfortable, we want you to find your focal point, so that remote, water bottle, or a weight, and then we'll slowly get stronger together from there. But we hope you'll have a great day.